Hello and welcome to episode 1 of the Northern Ireland Green and White Army save as we try to get Northern Ireland into the European Cup. I have to tell you, I made a big time rookie mistake when I did this. I did all the recording, all get it, put everything in place, started to go in and look at it, and just made some major mistakes, major errors with it. So I decided to go back and reshoot, and because of that, some of the things I'm going to have to go back and talk back about. So just kind of bear with me as I go through this, and please, as you watch this, give me any kind of suggestions, any kind of advice that you see to help me get better at what I do. We started out with our first match was going to be against Finland. The tactic that I set up on that, because of looking at the squad, is I put them in a 4-2-1-3 defensive midfielders. I just thought that was going to help us against a stronger side, and we'll take a look at the game highlights and see how that worked out for us. I'm going to go ahead and just run this through key highlights. Obviously, you're going to be able to tell by the score that we did not win in this match, but I want to show you some of the things about how we did with it. We're in the green and white, obviously, and I start out, like I said, with this 4-2-1-3 defensive midfield formation. We play sloppy. I mean, there's just no two other ways around it. Beautiful delivery in there, but no follow-up. They get us on the counter, moving the ball down the pitch real well at about in the 9th minute. Beautiful cross, lays it in on a header. There we go, down 1-0. Not the start I wanted to see. I thought with the defensive midfield formation, setting them back on a counter, the guys would stay back and be able to control the middle a little bit more. The keeper mishandles the ball. Once again, the defense is just kind of standing there looking. So very quickly, within a period of about 4 minutes, we are down 2-0. In the 41st minute, on a set piece, once again, my guys just seem clueless. So they're very quickly up 3-0 in the first half on us. At halftime, I decide to make a change, and I go back to the 4-2-3-1 and put us on an attacking. I figured we're losing 3-0, so let's try to get something going. We started to get more shots on goal at that point. They laying the ball in. The tactic is a problem. Every tactic that I looked at, they don't know. So I'm putting them in a learning situation, a learning curve. Manis made a bad mishandle, which cost us 1 goal, and the whole back line was playing out of position. I am happy to see they're moving the ball around well. Dallas is doing a good job coming down the side, but he waits till he gets collapsed on. Davis pushes it back out. Brunt, nice shot in there, but no follow through on it. I'm really disappointed in what I'm seeing. They're all kind of grouped up in the middle of the pitch. I want them to be playing wide. Brunt hits it to Norwood. Norwood, once again, easy shot, misses it. But at least we're getting down there. We're taking shots on goal now, which was much better than we did in the first half. Brunt once again crosses it into Norwood. Norwood pushes it out to Johnny Evans, who's my best guy on the back line, stat-wise. And there we finally get our one score. Brunt hits a nice cross across the face of the goal. Dallas hits it in on the far post. The defensive line finally kind of starts to play a little bit. Boyce gets a nice break going across the middle. I put him in. Evans just misses a wide open goal. So the second half, we started to get some movement on the ball. We started to attack the goal, but by then it was just too little too late. So that was not the result I wanted to see. Hopefully we can get this tactic down in the friendly we got coming up against Liechtenstein and progress as we start to move forward with this. So what does the table look like after our loss against Finland? We are in second place, tied with Greece on 9 points after 5 matches. Goal difference of They have a goal difference of 4. We have a goal difference of 1. So that's the difference that we're looking at right now. It's going to be a challenge for us to maintain that if they don't learn the tactic. We've got to get that tactic down so that these guys are playing more confident. They're playing better with the ball. So we're hoping the friendlies that I've got plugged in are going to help us with that. We've got the Liechtenstein match coming up. I'm going to go with the 4-2-3-1 there. I just think with the crossing abilities with the guys, we're going to be able to pull that off. So we'll see how that match goes. This is the side I'm going to use for the Liechtenstein match. I've got Boyce up front, Brunt, Davis, and Dallas and across the midfield to attack. Norwood and uh, Corey Evans sitting as my midfielders. Lafferty, Cathcart, Evans, and Baird on the back line, and Manis in goal. I'm really hoping we can see some production out of these guys because we have not seen any real attacking. We did get that one goal in the match against Finland, but it was just too late. It was too late. So I'm hoping with this tactic we can get a little bit more aggressive, and hopefully we'll be getting the shots on goal that I would like to be able to see. Once again, you're going to be able to see the results of this match because of I'm having to go to it through highlights. We're in the green and white again, playing against Liechtenstein. So let's see how this thing goes. Start of the match, they get the ball, but once again, one of the things I see right off the bat is we're playing more aggressive. Dallas gets the ball, be able to break it into Corey Evans. Dallas gets it in, beautiful cross in, and there's Brunt lays it right into the corner of the net. That's what I want to, but to call him offside, and I'll take that. He was offside, but to see that kind of aggressiveness, that's what I want to see. Evans once again tries to cross it in. Johnny Evans gets it to Baird. Corey Evans pushes it in. Davis pushes it back out to Baird. Another nice delivery in. And there, Dallas, with the concentrations, able to get it in on the near post, slides it past the keeper. 1-0 up in the 37th minute. I did not like the fact it took us 37 minutes to score the first goal, but I'm glad to see that they seem to be playing a little bit better. They play a little bit tighter. That's one of the things I'm concerned about as we move forward. We're in the second half here, and once again the guys are doing a great job. Baird pushes it in, and Lafferty does a beautiful delivery, lays it right in on the near post. I know most people say that the crossing is overpowered, but I like to see that kind of movement. We're in the 85th minute, got the lead set. Evans is moving the ball around well. The guys are getting tired, and I know that, but I want to see what they do when the pressure's on. This is kind of an observation game for me. Baird pushes it back in to Corey Evans, excuse me. Dallas just puts it back out. Baird with a cross. They're hanging with it, which is great. Davis follows it through. Got a clearance on there, but we've got the corner. This is the kind of movement I want to see out of the guys. The header wasn't that good, but we've got a throw-in coming here. Norwood pushes it out. Dallas pushes it. Beautiful shot there. We're being aggressive. We're really pressing hard, and even though I've pulled them back into a controlling formation tactic here, they're still being real aggressive and trying to work the ball in. And I'm really pleased to see that kind of play coming out of the side. Definitely much improved of what we saw against Finland. Now, granted, I know Liechtenstein is not as good as Finland, but that's what I want to see. That cross coming into Brunt was phenomenal. That was just a beautiful way to lay the ball in. You got to say that they definitely played much better this time. But when you compare the level of competition, is that because of we're playing a side that's much worse than us, or is it because we're actually starting to figure out the tactic? I don't know, but to win 3-0 after that loss that we had against Finland was a big improvement of what I wanted to see in the side. One of the things that I was really proud of when I looked at this was the statistics that came out of this, to see the way these guys improved. Johnny Evans, even though he's shown as my best player, he had actually the worst game out of anybody. If you look at, I mean, he's a central defender. His statistics look great, especially for Northern Ireland. He just does not see where we're at. Doesn't seem to kind of fit in right now with the rest of the team. So I'm wanting to see some improvement there. But overall, I'm really pleased with the way the side played after that. So we will hopefully kind of continue to improve on that as we move forward. So after two matches, I just want to kind of highlight a couple players that I've got. I've got three that I think are really performing well for me. One of them is Chris Brunt. He is my attacking midfielder. He's playing as a wide midfielder, and he is doing a phenomenal job. He's in the two matches that we've played. His ratings are 8.1. He is really kind of controlling things out there. Um, he is 30 years old, so he's one of the older guys on the side, but I'm really kind of pleased with the way he did things. He's kind of the one that pulls the strings for us out there right now. Also, Stuart Dallas. He's 2 matches, 2 goals. He's playing on the right, and he is playing for Leeds right now. Hasn't made any appearances, but he is really happy with the way things are going. Once again, playing as a wide playmaker, and he's doing a really wonderful job. I really like his crossing ability and his concentration. You could see that in the 1 goal that he scored. He just did a really good job of paying attention. The other one that I wanted to quickly highlight is Corey Evans. Corey Evans is in the midfield. He is not a highly rated player, but he's fit in real well with my tactic. He plays for Blackburn. He's a ball-winning midfielder, and he looks like he is really kind of fit in well with what I'm wanting to do with them. Um, Last one, I just kind of look at the back line. They're not doing that great, but I got to say Chris Baird is doing a phenomenal job on the right defensive back for me. He's been able to stay there. He plays for Derby. Hasn't played any this season for them, but he is definitely got a good solid footing for me in the back line. He's 33 years old, one of the older guys, but he is. I'm really pleased with what I see out of him. Um, so that is kind of the highlights of the side. Hopefully, we're going to be able to get some younger guys to come in, because these guys in their 30s, they're going to be able to make it through this championship, and if we can get to the Euros, and we're going to have to get some younger guys in. So we're going to get ready and take a look to prepare for the next series that we have coming up. So here we are, my first 2 matches as Northern Ireland's manager. The qualifying match did not go well. As you saw, we lost 3-1. We played the friendly against Liechtenstein, which we won 3-0. It's not really a good judge for us, because there's such a difference in our levels. We're 44th and they're like 160th. Our next match is going to be on July 12th, or excuse me, June 12th. It's going to be against Greece. And then on the 16th, we play another friendly against Luxembourg. I would like to be able to get a couple more friendlies in before we hit the main stretch of the last 4 matches of the qualifying, but it does not give me the option to do that. So episode 2 is going to be the match against Greece, followed up by the friendly against Luxembourg. We then play a home match against Faroe Islands, away against Hungary, so that's going to be our episode 3. Episode 4 is going to be the away match against Romania and the home leg against Finland, which hopefully we get a much better result than we did the first time. And episode 5 is going to be the last 2 friendlies against Cyprus and the Seychelles Islands in November. Hopefully we have an episode 6 as we move into the Euros. So we're going to see if we can do this, if we can pull this thing off. And if not, I guess we'll be working towards the World Cup. Folks, thanks for watching, and thanks for giving me any advice and input, suggestions on how to do this. I really appreciate the comments, and I take the suggestions to heart. If you don't mind, hit the subscribe button. I will let you know when I'm doing things. Also, follow me on Twitter, folks. I use the same handle on Twitter that I do here. I do stream as well on Twitch, and that way you'll know when I'm streaming. But give me the advice, give me feedback, give me suggestions, because I want to get better at this, and I want to hear from the guys that know how to do it and do it well. Thanks again, and I will catch you on the next episode.